What if I told you that nearly $500,000 in taxpayer cash went to a law firm right after it hired the governor's husband? Then that same governor greenlit $10 million to protect the attorney general under federal investigation. Yeah, it's deeper than headlines, so stick around to the end. Drop a comment, and let's wake up this YouTube algorithm, because silence feeds corruption, and we're not here for that. Picture this. Letitia James is sitting in front of a grand jury. Mortgage fraud, bank fraud, wire fraud, the whole alphabet soup. And let's be real, she ain't there because of a parking ticket. The feds are circling, the DOJ, the FBI, they're poking through her real estate deals like they're hunting for gold. And the question is she going to take the hit solo, or is she going to start naming names? Because if Letitia James goes down, she's not going down quietly. She's been all in the back rooms with New York elites. She knows where the favors went, who got what deal, and who's been playing both sides. And if she starts talking, trust, she's not the only one that's going to feel that heat. And that brings us straight to Governor Kathy Hochul. Letitia's office dropped nearly $483,000 to a law firm, Davis Polk. Now here's the twist. That same firm just so happened to hire William Hochul, the governor's husband. Yep, Kathy Hochul's husband. Shortly after he joined, the money started flowing in. Contracts that sat still for over a year, suddenly alive. That's not sketchy, that's entangled. Now you tell me, when Letitia James gets hit with federal probe, and days later, Kathy Hochul pushes through a $10 million legal defense fund, who's helping who? Is that loyalty or strategy? Because if Letitia James starts feeling abandoned, like she's the only one holding the bag, she might just start flipping cards. You know how the game goes. And if that deck starts falling, Kathy Hochul, and maybe a few more names we ain't even heard of yet, are gonna be in the splash zone. So maybe this ain't about justice. Maybe it's a $10 million hush fund disguised as legal aid, a payout not to just support, but to secure. Because think about it. Because if Letitia James goes scorched earth, that whole political tower could come crumbling down. Now, before we go deeper, real quick, if you rock with content that exposes what most channels won't even touch, hit that subscribe button. Let's knock out that 200 sub mark and keep this thing growing. This channel ain't sponsored by donors, it's fueled by you. Now, Letitia James's legal team says this is all political, a smear, retaliation for the Trump case. They said that the Virginia mortgage was just a mistake, just a clerical error. They even dropped caps lock receipts where she told her broker, "This isn't my primary residence." But there's still that one form where she swore it was. In the Brooklyn brownstone, they say it's a 4-unit building. FHFA says it's 5. Why does that matter? Because certain home loans only go to properties with 4 or fewer units. Now, she reported 4 but had 5. That's fraud. On paper. Period. And again, who's led in a defense fund ready to go? None other than Governor Kathy Hochul, whose husband's firm just got a fat check from Letitia's office. You still think this all a coincidence? Let me pause real quick. If you're still watching, drop a comment below and let me know. Is Letitia James getting framed? Or is this just a full-blown power shuffle with more players behind the curtain? Look, I'm not saying Letitia is guilty, and neither am I saying that Kathy Hochul orchestrated some grand cover-up. What I am saying is this: when public money moves in silence, and folks under fire start getting bailed out by the same circle that they enriched, you'd be crazy not to ask these questions. Because this ain't just one AG under federal pressure. This might be the first domino in a bigger fall. Because if Letitia starts talking, it might not just be about her. We might be looking at a political house of cards that's been leaning for a while. So stick around. Comment your take. Share this video with somebody who's tired of being told what to think. And if you're down with truth, first content that calls it like it is, go on and hit that subscribe button. No production team, no media gatekeeper, just facts, breakdowns, and receipts you can feel in your gut. So stay sharp, stay focused, stick with Political Detox for your go-to, and as always, thanks for watching.